Joys of pulling stuff out of the barn. All right, guys, it's day 2 of barn cleanup. I'm getting here a little late. I had my men's rec league hockey game, which we won. Shout out Team Green. Mitch is here. He's got the excavator all fixed up so we can use the grapple. So I think he's just been busy sorting steel out from the material. I'm gonna get the tractor fired up and we'll start loading some of this stuff up out of the way. So action-packed day. Let's get at it. All right, just at the tractor here. Just gonna check the oil. So one thing I like compared to on this thing compared to the case is it's a dipstick, but it's a cap. And they got this nice little access panel here. I don't know, I find if it's easy to do, as far as maintenance wise, guys are more likely to do it. Not that our 210 isn't hard to check, but I know on some of the newer cases when we demoed or whatever, and you're checking the oil, it's a bit of a process. So just get up in the cab here. Don't mind the mess. Bit of a pack rat when it comes to tractors, but there's we do like to try and keep look after them. But cabs can get to be a bit of a mess. But I think if your cab's not a mess, maybe you're not using it enough. Who knows? So we'll let the glow plugs run. Did sit outside yesterday, but it should start. One thing I noticed too, the mic that I use was really good. I couldn't hear. That's how deaf I am. I couldn't hear the radio. I thought I turned down enough, but there was a faint radio in some of the footage yesterday. So hopefully YouTube doesn't flag it. I don't think you could make it out. You could hear the melody or whatever, but it wasn't only for a couple clips. So anyways, glow plugs here. We'll get her fired up. Oh, we got her warmed up. There we go. I don't know why it defaults, like I'll turn it down, but then you key cycle it. I've owned a tractor this tractor for a while. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why it does that. So, anyways, I'm gonna let it warm up. Maybe see what Mitch is doing. Maybe we should get some footage in the cab. Well, the plan today, since we've got the grapple, is we are gonna take that part down. The reason we wanted the grapple is the sheet metal isn't mixed in, and it's be easier to tidy it up with the grapple and take it down in manageable sized pieces. So anyways, Mitch is sorting the steel out that he can and building a stack of burnable stuff. And in all honesty, that's why I went and played hockey today, because I knew he had at least an hour or two of sorting before we needed the dump wagon. Oh. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and be sure to like and comment on it. It helps grow the channel. Stay with us. We're hopefully going to have a lot of it cleaned up today, and hopefully then once I got it cleaned up, I'll be able to apply for my burn permit, and we'll finish burning all the stuff maybe next weekend, or ideally the next time before it rains. When it's cold and snow like this, it'll still burn pretty good, but I don't want that hay or straw to get wet. It'll still light, but it won't be as easy to get going. Well, a couple loads in. I don't know, I tried videoing with Mitch in there. I think he's better at running an excavator than he is a camera, so I'll see, maybe we'll try a little bit later. There he is there, picking away, coming up to the pile back here. So, what we're gonna do with the concrete foundation is, well, you can't see because of the snow, but we're putting a laneway back here so you can drive around. So, yeah. There's the pile. I think it's going to get exponentially bigger. So what we'll do is we'll do a few loads, and then Mitch will track back here with the hoe, stack it up a little higher, and then it's at the back of the farm, away from all the buildings and stuff, and stuff that we don't want to burn. So it'll be a good spot for it. These things take quite a bit of hydraulic oil. So I get a low hydraulic oil alarm at about just a little over 3/4 of the way up. Right there. So you can see. Well, then I just drive ahead. I don't go any further. I don't like to run the system that low. So my brother's gonna go look and see if he can find a pail of oil, so we can just top her up for that little bit. At least keep the alarm from coming on. So, anyways, with that old pig barn there, we cut the ends so the closest door to me, that's the first one we did. We learned a few things and did a way nicer job on the second door. That's usually, we got it mastered by the last one. So that's why we like to do things multiple times. That way each time you do it, you get a little bit better. So anyways, trying to keep doing this. It's kind of rinse, wash, rinse, repeat. Take load after load. Might get Joe to take some loads so I can do some video of it inside or on the outside and get some good footage of it. So I'll just explain what he's doing here. He's ripping the steel off ahead of time, and that way it's not all mixed in with the other material, and we can sort it out way easier. The other side of the barn that had collapsed in, it had already mixed, so we wasn't going to save us any time on the rest of the barn to peel the steel off a little bit at a time. So, but this one here, since it's mostly intact, we're going to tear the steel off first. So this little hip roof part was probably built 70 years ago. So I'm going to assume that that's essentially when they probably put steel on the rest of the building is probably when they did that. So it's amazing how good that quality of steel is. Well, another hydraulic leak. I think it's an O-ring this time. So Mitch says 90% of his job is just fixing hydraulic leaks. Yep. Well, one would think these new motors or machines, he wouldn't be working on them that often, but shut down again. Should be back going here shortly. There, it's down. Let's see if we saved the O'Neill sign. Well, Mitch got her down and we saved it. So I think we'll probably just take and pop these nails off, and we'll try and get the sheets out and then stack them up. And then Joe's got some plywood that we'll screw nail it to. And I think probably a good spot for it is maybe put it up on that barn, hang it there, or yeah, but I'll go find a hammer and we'll pop these sheets off. Well guys, it's been about an hour or so. I've done, I think this is my 10th load. Oh, doesn't look like I've made much of a dent into it, but we're getting her cleaned up. I think I'll probably take a few more loads out, and then I'll maybe get Mitch to go back and pile it up. So yeah, pretty repetitive, but slowly but surely we're getting her cleaned up. We're trying to clean up the main part of the barn first, and then when we take the hip roof part down, it's a little easier because he's got to reach. It's hard for him to reach in there way it currently sits. So anyways, I'm going to keep rolling here. I'm going to see maybe if I can get Joe to come run it, and I'll get some outside footage for you guys of the whole process, how we're moving everything to the back. All right, well, we got Mitch here. Joe's going to come trade off, and I think I'll get a montage of everything working for you guys. It's starting to warm up here a bit. I see we've got wet steel, but anyways, no, it looks like yeah, slowly but surely. It's a lot of volume, it's a lot of fluff, so it's likely gonna burn quick and hot. Well, if we do ever get it started, but yeah. Honestly, when we were up there, I didn't think there was that much material up there, but it's there's quite amount of material there. All right, so Mitch is gonna come push this all up so we can keep dumping back here, because I don't want to pile it into the field too much. So he's just gonna use like the big bulldozer. Push it up. He also won't get a flat tire with those steel tracks. So we're gonna stack it up, make a nice big pile. You know, send off smoke signals maybe next weekend or whenever I can get the burn permit. Because you can't just go and burn this at willy-nilly. I think, well, we've got number 7 highway there, so somebody would think the barn was on fire when they see that, and everybody wants to play hero to call in a fire. So we have to notify our local volunteer fire department that we're having the fire and we're burning it. They come out and inspect it, make sure we're not burning like tires or something like that. So anyways, we'll keep watching. He's like just a big bulldozer, just pushing her up, and we'll just stack it up high, and I'll just keep hauling back here. So anyways, it's not heavy stuff in there. It's just mostly that old hay from back in the day that they put in there. As far as the barn material and stuff, it's not the bulky stuff. It's all this hay. And so it'll likely burn really hot, really quick. at the start, and then it probably won't amount to too much. It'll probably be all over in about 15-20 minutes, especially if it doesn't get any rain on it. Oh, it looks like Mitch is gonna try and pull that hip roof off. Those old barns just won't give up. He handles that like the excavator handles that piece of sheet metal like we would tissue paper. So those that hip roof part, the way they made that is they actually took, I think it was green lumber or dried lumber, or they steamed it and they curved it, clamped it to make that, and nailed it together, kind of like a veneer. or vinyl, or I don't know what the term is. But anyways, it's amazing what they used to do before, you know, what you call computers and stuff like that. Guys just went out and did it, went out and built it, and yeah, it's kind of cool. The you know, I don't know if modern architecture or engineering could do what some of these guys would do. Like I heard a story or a stat that, I don't know, the Empire State Building was built in like a year and a half, and now you see like buildings half the size or not even remotely the same caliber taking years to build. And these guys they did it, they just went out and did it. So yeah, I imagine that was much the same when great grandpa and grandpa decided that they were going to build that hip roof part. They probably just went and did it. Didn't have to go to apply for permits, or, you know, they just went and built it. So wild, just wild. Well, let's see if we can get the rest of it down here. I imagine so. You kind of have to, it's kind of like a big puzzle. You got to reverse puzzle. You kind of want to take it apart, that you're not, you know, making a lot of work later down the line trying to sort all that steel off. But oh man, that hip roof part, when we were younger, that's where we used to, we got the 500 layer hens, and we would just do little squares of straw, and we'd put them up in that barn. And like, you get in there in a July day, 30 degrees, it'd be 50 degrees in there. It was like a sauna. It was just brutal, because the afternoon sun would go right on it. And yeah, couldn't drink enough water to stay hydrated. Thank God we only did a couple hundred bales a year. I don't imagine how Grandpa and them back then would fill that every year. But maybe they weren't trying to do it on the hottest day of the year. But yeah, those guys, they sure love to work. Joe's back. Well, we'll keep her going. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of repeat procedures. It's not necessarily as exciting as yesterday, but yeah, we'll see. We'll just keep rolling and stay at it. We might work a little later today than yesterday. As long as the excavator stays working, we'll probably keep hauling. Well, it's been a little bit. I went inside and had a little snack and did some social media posts promoting the part 1. If you guys want to stay kind of up to date on what we do, I'll add my usernames for my Instagram and Twitter or X. Follow me on there, and that way is another way you can keep track of when a new video comes out. I do try and post on there. So they're getting stuff cleared out. Oh, this old, so we had to put some sheets of plywood on here. Kind of blocked that in, but you can see how they had it all tied in there. So yeah, back in the day, way back in the day, right here, this is where they used to milk the cows. So way back in our farm history, it used to be a mixed operation. We used to have, literally we're an old McDonald farm. It had pigs, chickens, cows, beef cows, dairy cows. No sheep though, but anyways, this whole back wall along here before they built this used to be where they milked, and then on the other side of the barn where the excavators work, and that's where the where they finish cattle, and they'd have pigs, and then there's a barn out back, and yeah, so anyways, it looks like Mitch has been hard at her. I see it started to snow, so that's made things more fun. So it looks like they got, I want to say they got a lot of this, the hay, because I think up in here, I think that's where Mitch was throwing the floor and beams and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, it's definitely changed the landscape of the farm. And then this here ramp per se is what we call the gangway, and we'll likely get it all dug up and moved out of the way. It's a lot of good topsoil in there actually. So yeah, so maybe have a peek in here. So this part of the barn was in a different spot. I'd be half tempted just to leave it like this. We don't have the ceiling clearance in here. That's the other thing too. Like, get a skid steer in there to clean stuff out. We just, not a lot of room. Those low and then low ceilings, that's not good for airflow and ventilation. It's great for keeping heat, but as far as airflow and air quality, it's not the same. So it'll be better with that gone, because like I said, this will be all nice open yard. We can get equipment in and out. It's like that tractor and dump wagon, like there's not a whole lot of room between that the shop and that corner there. So anyways, it'll be all good. I don't know necessarily if I think we're going to try and get all the burnable material dealt with, and then like we got our skid steer and rent a concrete breaker. We can bust up a lot of concrete and move a lot of that ourselves. We got our own little dump truck. So just try and get all the burnable stuff cleared and cleaned up today, and the scrap and everything sorted out as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up here. We're probably gonna keep just hauling stuff out. I think when we're gonna make this, I think we're now, the way cleanup's going, we're gonna probably have to make this a 3-part video. So be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be alerted when part 3 comes up. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and supporting the channel and watching. Really appreciate it, and we hopefully can keep bringing you guys this high-powered ag content. So again, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep her between the ditches. All right, well, I just got back from work. I guess Mitch was able to come today, and well, it's all gone. It's all piled up. He's got concrete busted up, so I guess I was gonna do a part 3, but I guess I'll include this in part 2 because I thought maybe I'd get to witness some more. But anyways, it's good that it's done. Honestly, initial reaction to it is wow, like it's gone, and it really changes the landscape. Something that I've looked at for 20 plus years, living and working on the farm. It's kind of bittersweet that it's gone, but yeah, she's all tore up, concrete busted up, so we can start hauling that away and can kind of start using this as a yard. So yeah, absolutely wild. Yeah, just insane. He did leave this chunk of the wall here because we got to cap the well line. It's froze, so we got to dig that up over there. And yeah, once that's all get over here in the light so you guys can see me. Once that's all capped off, we can dig that up. But yeah, what's funny is my mom went to Cuba. She gets home this week, and I'm be different. I know I was my initial reaction driving in the lane when I saw that it was gone. That at least that front part is like, wow, what a change. So, anyways, that's gonna probably conclude the major barn cleanup. I think I got my burn permit lined up for it, so we'll have some, I don't know if I'll have some footage because we've got to start it in the morning. And so I might leave the camera with my brother on Wednesday or Thursday. It depends on how the wind is. And yeah, get some footage of it burning. Imagine it'll still be burning when I get home from work, but it's probably better to have the initial flames come up, and just we'll have some video of it, and just get some video of it, because it's like I said, you're just stoking the fire with an excavator. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this 2-part series of the cleanup, and we'll definitely have more to come. And when it's light out, maybe I should get a drone or somebody with a drone to do some video of the yard, and kind of I can maybe do a voiceover explaining kind of the game plan, what we're going to do with our newfound real estate on the farm. So anyways, thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, keep her between the ditches.